It was good. It's your boy Pimple Maine. A lot of people been asking me, why did I start this clothing line? And where did I come up with this name, Wetpussc? Well, here goes the story. So, one day me and my daughter Destiny were walking across the bridge, fulfilling a bucket list thing that she wanted to do. She had on her list eating ice cream in the rain. So we on the bridge, walking home. We just finished dropping my son off in Yonkers. We on the 3rd Avenue bridge, surrounded by water. And my daughter says to me, Daddy, wouldn't it be cool if you could walk your fat cat in the rain? My daughter knows that I love fat cats, and as soon as she said that to me, the way my mind thinks, the first thing I thought about was, and I said it in my head, of course, was, yeah, that'd be Wetpussc. That'd be a Wetpussc. And the thought of that just, it crossed my mind for a second. I was just like, Wetpussc, I just thought it was something clever, it was funny, And then, I went to tuck my daughter in the bed that night. And I was gonna service my wife that night. And you heard? So, I tucked my baby down, and she got on, Hello Kitty. That's cute, it's a kid thing. But then I go to get at my wife, and she got on something Hello Kitty, and that just wasn't sexy for me. It was like, it just wasn't sexy. So that idea of Wetpussc and that, Hello Kitty not being an adult thing, that shit being for kids, and how it was nothing that transcended from when you was that kid and loved that into being an adult and something that fit your level of maturity, something that was more along your lines of entertainment, So that's where the idea of Wetpussc came from, And I took the idea to one of my closest cousins, JC the Great, and I told him I wanted to, how does the name Wetpussc sound? And, he told me that the name sound great. Who doesn't like Wetpussc? But nobody would walk around wearing something that said Wetpussc, P-U-S-S-Y. People know exactly what I'm talking about. And unless I'm a pervert and I'm trying to attract perverts, that's what I would get. So it made me, I went home and I contemplated. I really thought about it. I was working hard on, I love the idea, but just how can I make that come to life without being considered a pervert, So I started to brainstorm, and I started thinking about, what it was that I was trying to say with Wetpussc. It came to me, I started breaking down the letters, and it came to me. The W is we, the E was entertain, the T was the, P is people, U is using, S is sexual, the other S is seductive, and I couldn't go with the Y, so I changed it from a Y to a C, and the C is content. So Wetpussc stands for we entertain the people using sexual seductive content. And it was just brilliant to me because, just my mindset, and I started doing some tests. When I showed people a picture of a wet cat, I drew it out. All my characters I drew out. And I started asking people, so what do you think of this? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this? And I drew the cat, and I drew the raindrop on the tail. They said, first thing that was coming to people's mind is, what is that? Wetpussc? And it was like, yeah, I get it. In my mind, I was like, okay, there's other people out there that think the way I think, So why run away from it,